I'm a 31-year-old man who recently called off my engagement after my fiancée, Sarah, embarrassed me publicly at her company's gala. We'd been together for 3 years, and despite some challenges, I believed our relationship was strong. I run a modest landscaping company that I started from nothing. It's not a flashy job, but I love working outdoors, shaping gardens, and creating beautiful spaces. It's honest labor, and I take pride in it. The income covers my expenses and supports my family. Sarah, however, is a corporate accountant with a well-paid job in a prestigious firm. She's intelligent, ambitious, and thrives in a world that values wealth and image. Initially, I didn't think our differences mattered. We were opposites, but I thought we complemented each other. She seemed to respect my dedication and the business I built, or so I assumed, until that night changed everything. Sarah had been urging me to attend her firm's annual gala for months. I'm not a fan of formal gatherings, especially ones filled with people who don't relate to my lifestyle or work. I prefer casual hangouts with friends over stuffy corporate events. But Sarah insisted it would be relaxed, so I finally agreed. On the night of the event, I dressed carefully to make a good impression. I knew I wouldn't blend in with the corporate crowd, so I wore a sharp suit, shined my shoes, and neatened my hair. I wanted Sarah to see I was trying for her, even if I felt out of my element. The venue was a posh hotel with gleaming floors and elegant chandeliers. As soon as we entered, I felt like an outsider. Everyone was decked out in designer outfits, sipping cocktails effortlessly. Sarah, meanwhile, looked perfectly at ease, poised and professional, like she belonged. She introduced me to her co-workers, but their reactions were lukewarm. Most offered tight smiles, barely hiding their disinterest. A few made veiled remarks about my business, their eyes glinting with doubt. Some even asked what serious work I did. I brushed it off, trying not to let their judgment sting. But it was clear they didn't respect my profession. The night dragged on, and I struggled to stay engaged. I kept thinking about my business, my upcoming client meetings, and the tasks waiting for me. I wasn't used to this corporate small-talk game. As the evening continued, Sarah grew more comfortable, laughing and mingling with her colleagues. She was in her element, basking in their admiration. Then I overheard something that shattered me. While standing near the bar with a drink, I caught a group of Sarah's co-workers chatting about the gala. They praised her success and potential, but one remarked, "It's wild she's engaged to a guy who messes with plants. A gardener, really? How does that even work?" My heart sank. The words felt like a knife. It wasn't just that they misunderstood my job. It was the scorn in their tone, the complete dismissal of the business I'd built. Worse, I knew Sarah must have heard it too. She worked closely with these people, lived in their world. Suddenly, everything clicked. I tried to push the thought away, convincing myself Sarah hadn't noticed or didn't agree, but deep down, I sensed the truth, the growing distance between us. The rest of the night blurred together. I kept watching Sarah, hoping for a sign she valued my work, and stood by me. Instead, I saw a woman thriving in the spotlight, soaking up her colleagues' praise. Then, Sarah pulled me into a conversation with a senior colleague named Mark, who looked like he'd stepped out of a finance magazine. His tailored suit and smug smirk screamed arrogance. He shook my hand, but his quick glance over me felt like he was judging my worth. "Sarah's mentioned you," he said with fake warmth. "You're in gardening or something?" He made it sound like a trivial hobby, not a career. My face heated, but I kept my composure. "I own a landscaping and nursery business," I said firmly. "It's doing well with some big clients." "Landscaping, huh?" Mark interrupted. "Must be fun playing with dirt all day. That's work?" His laugh was sharp, meant to belittle me. Before I could reply, Sarah cut in. "Mark, come on. He works hard." Her tone lacked conviction, though. It felt like she was defending me out of obligation, not belief. Mark smirked. Sure. You must be so proud, right?" His sarcasm hit hard, but Sarah's faint, embarrassed glance hurt worse. She wasn't truly defending me. She was apologizing for me. That was the moment I broke. Anger surged, but I held it back, knowing an outburst would ruin everything. Then I overheard another conversation that pushed me over the edge. A group of Sarah's friends stood nearby, drinks in hand. One woman, whom I hadn't met, glanced at me and said, "Can you imagine dating someone like that? Does he even have a real job? Sarah's totally settling." The words stung like a slap. I froze, my pulse racing. But what crushed me was seeing Sarah standing there, listening,